And we are back once again for the 6 o'clock hour for Light Up for Literacy for Chatham Literacy. We have probably the most jam-packed hour that we've had so far, and I thank each and every one of you who have been with us throughout the day today. This hour, we get to talk about digital literacy, something I think that we all need in today's day and age. For those who haven't met me, my name is Josh. I'm on the board of directors, and I'm also serve as the chairman for the development committee for Chatham Literacy. And it has been such a humbling experience to be your host and your MC today. So, again, each and every hour we lead off with this, that literacy is power, right? It is the power to open doors, to strengthen families, and to energize our communities. But first, again, let's get to the heart of what we're doing today, which is you. Those of you who love and support through your generous donations, we have raised $4,450. And don't forget, we're in a match right now, which means we have $8,900 for Chatham Literacy. All right. So we are this close to our goal. We are still under a match. We have $550 to go. So again, we are so very close. Right now, your donations mean everything, big, small. We love them all, and we thank you for your support. We still have a room full of people, even at this later hour, willing to answer your calls. Our phone number is 919-742-0578. We've got people on the phones right now. If you're on the phone, please stay online. And again, you can visit us online at chathamliteracy.org/donate. Okay. So now let's, again, while we're here, this is the hour, digital literacy. So we're welcoming to 79 West, our Chatham Literacy Digital Program Coordinator, who incidentally has the best name on the planet. Let me introduce you to Josh Bray. Josh, how you doing, man?
Good evening.
Good evening. All right, so let's talk digital literacy. So what skills fall under digital literacy?
Oh, digital literacy has so many different skills that fall under it, but what we are focusing on through our partnership with Cramden and the program that we're doing are the very basics, because you need a good foundation, and especially with the basics of technology, you can apply it to other sorts of technology as well, such as simply turning it on or off the computer, working a mouse, typing, all things that really are crucial. Because, for instance, if you know how to type, you can create an email because you can type in your username and your password and even write to people. It's a crucial bit of infrastructure for today.
It seems like sometimes we take foundational things for granted, and how important those really are to what we do. So how do you meet learners where they are with devices and with connectivity? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, so we meet learners where they are, literally in their communities, and from there we provide them with these refurbished laptops so that they have a way to connect with people and or do their bills or just any one of several things, because there's just so much that can go on as far as technology.
I just wrote down bills because again, one of those foundational things that you sometimes take for granted on how you pay for living expenses. That's so crucial. So what outcomes do you see, jobs, access to services, family support, what outcomes are we looking for?
So many of the outcomes that we've seen so far is we've had many of our older population and those that may not be working right now. They have a new avenue opened up to them to communicate with family, whether they're near or far, or post their resume online to get jobs. And it's really opened up the doors for opportunity for many of the people in the county that have been through the program already.
Absolutely. So last question for you. What tools or partnerships would help you kind of scale this?
So it's been said so many times before this evening and this afternoon, but volunteers, volunteers would definitely help us scale, because the people that come through this digital literacy program are looking for more instruction, because a one-time class isn't going to really reinforce or give you enough practice to really feel comfortable with operating the computer. So having volunteers that just know the basics of computing, that's the biggest thing that I could ask for.
Excellent. Well, Josh, thank you so much. And again, in my opinion, this is a game changer, right? Digital literacy is so vital nowadays, and it's not just computer access to, AI, the buzz of today, but it's as simple as emails, as you've mentioned, and communication and things of that nature. So, Josh, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Absolute pleasure.
No problem.
Thank you. All right. So while we're miking up our next guest, again, everything that you've heard today, you've heard some great buzzwords: collaboration, community. It's endless. So I want to take a moment to thank the people that are in this room here right now, the staff for Chatham Literacy, the board of directors, Kelly Clark Bolt, our chair. It's been a tremendous day, and I just want to give them one more round of applause and thank them for everything that they've been doing today. All right, so our next guest, we're getting mic'd up right now, is an instructor for our digital equity workshops. Let's welcome Jesse Bradley. How you doing?
Good, and you?
Good. Thanks for coming today, Jesse. All right. So let me ask you a few questions, all right?
Okay.
So what gaps do you see most often in digital skills?
All right. So in many North Carolina communities, especially rural and low-income neighborhoods, we see gaps in where they lack confidence with basic computer functions, online safety, and navigating essential services like job applications, telehealth portals, and government resources. Sorry, my dog.
Yeah, we'll get you some water for sure. So let me ask you this next question then, okay? So what teaching approaches work best for adult learners?
So hands-on coaching with patient pacing works best. When adults practice skills, tend to real North Carolina priorities.
Do you want a chair?
No, I'll be okay. Okay.
All right. Do you have a breakthrough moment from a recent workshop that you can share about?
Well, there's so many.
Yeah, that's good.
And I started in 2021. And I have to say that was the best time because I was teaching a group of parents. And one parent came up to me and asked if one of her daughters could come into the class. Normally I don't teach kids because I'm a single male and they're kind of afraid of. So I allowed, seeing that her mother was in the class, I allowed her to stay in. Well, she ended up passing the class because they were to pass with an 85 or better to get a laptop. Well, she blew that away.
Wonderful.
And so at the end of the class, after the class was done, passing out certificates and laptops, and they both broke down when I handed them their certificate and laptop.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Again, strengthening families. We've been talking about that today. That's so great to hear. All right, one last question for you, Jesse. What is the first step that viewers today can take to support digital equity?
get involved locally, support a training site, donate devices, or point residents toward free digital literacy classes.
Excellent. All right, Jesse, thank you so much for coming in and talking today. We appreciate that.
Let me take this.
All right. So again, Jesse, again, it means the world that you're out here helping adult learners, and we thank you so much for your help in making them become the best versions of themselves. So thank you for all that you do. So our day's beginning to wrap up, but you aren't going to want to miss the next few guests. But again, just want to reiterate, we've got $550 to go so far. And thank you. Thank you for your generosity. It is more appreciated than you know. Again, our phone number, as we're trying to hit that last little bit, I know it's dinner time. Please pick up the phone, 919-742-0578. And again, chathamliteracy.org/donate. So we've got a few more folks that we're going to visit with, Friends of Chatham Literacy. I am extremely pleased to introduce the mayor of Siler City, Mr. Donald Matthews.
How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you? How are you tonight?
Doing
Excellent. All right.
How's everybody doing?
Well, you know what? It's been a blessed day, man. We've had a great day. Great day.
All right.
So questions for you. So how does digital literacy affect Siler City's growth and inclusion?
Well, the more literate they are, the more they can actually take advantage of the new opportunities coming our way. I mean, we have Wolfspeed, we have Toyota, and really just letting everybody be the best that they can be as far as the digital world is concerned.
Yeah, amen to that. So what community benefits come from stronger digital skills?
Well, you have a community that can interact with different parts of the world. One of the biggest things about the digital world is I can be in Siler City and in Africa at the same time.
That's right.
And so you learn a much bigger world than what's directly around you, where you may be. So it's one of those things that you just broaden your horizons.
That's right. It helps us realize how small we are here,
Exactly.
but how big we can be.
Yes.
I think that's great. So where can the public and private sectors partner to speed progress?
Well, one of the things is what we're trying to do right now is having Wi-Fi available all over downtown Siler City. Working with the schools, working with people like Jesse Bradley, and working with Chatham Literacy. So all of these things combined will help us to be better and do better.
Excellent. So last question for you. So what is your message for our viewers today?
If I were you, if I was already digitally literate, then reach one, teach one. Just carry your message. Just tell everybody what you know, teach what you know, because that's how we are going to have the entire country to become digitally literate.
Excellent. Mr. Matthews, thank you so much for your time, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. So again, we are coming to you live from 79 West, who has been a great partner today in hosting this event here in Pittsburgh, Mosaic Boulevard. Thank you to 79 West, Dustin Miller, and his entire team. Our next guests come from a fantastic and amazing business partner with Chatham Literacy. We're getting them mic'd up right now. So again, as we do that, I'll remind you our phone number is 919-742-0578. And as soon as we get them mic'd up, we're going to bring them on.
Okay.
And we're going to introduce to you tonight James O'Mara from O'Mara Landscaping. Yeah, how are you doing, James? Good. Pleasure to see you. All right. So, O'Mara's Landscaping. So, why partner with adult education for your workforce?
Well, I think really what we want to do is develop capacity. And I think there's so much untapped potential in the human being. And how do we do this? And language is essential to communicate. And how do we build that capacities and skills is really by learning the communication. And I think this is the greatest thing that we can do for another human being, particularly when you come from a different country and you're not you're unsure because of language, it opens up doors of possibilities that we can't imagine.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what changes have you seen in employees who are participating?
I think personally, being an owner of the company, I think one of the things I love the most is building the trust and the relationships that, and it takes time to build trust. A lot of the people have experiences from other companies, and how do you break down those barriers that have been set up over time, and really building trust and building communication, building their way, what they giving them space to be able to have self-expression, and to be able to build our capacity as a company to consult about possibilities that could be created within the company.
And again, it sounds like not just functioning, but thriving, which we have talked about today as well. So how do literacy gains translate to safety, quality, and advancement?
So obviously, the more we communicate with one another, the more that we understand. It's not just knowledge. It's not just yes, sir, three bags full, sir, but really coming to an understanding and appreciation of the why. Why do you do what you do, right? And having a deeper understanding. So moving yourself from a sense of knowledge to a sense of understanding, to a sense of wisdom of application. And then as you get into more of the operational managers, then you're trying to make a diagnosis or prescribe correct remedies for the problems that you have within a company. And these are different levels of expressions and language that need to be created within every company.
Absolutely, absolutely. So final question for you, sir. So what would you tell employers or business owners right now considering partnering with Chatham Literacy?
If you really want to grow, if you really want to create an atmosphere of learning and a dynamics that really can help and build the capacity of your company, literacy is the number one frontier that has to be. We have to open up for each and every one of us.
Amen to that. Amen to that. So it looks like you brought a friend with you today. Tell us who you brought.
Yeah, well, this is Enrique, and Enrique, this is one of those examples of I've got a good 40 employees, and who would I choose as an operational manager? And really, it wasn't just his skill that he could do the job. A lot of people can do the job, but really, can you also convey? Can you be a teacher, right? So I don't say that the most important employee of the company is the person who can teach, right? You want to be able to share what you know and give that knowledge to somebody else. And this is an example of somebody like that.
Love that. Love that. All right. Let's hand this to Enrique real quick. You just want to hold that for me. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right here real quick. All right. Excellent. So I've got a few questions for you, Enrique, if that's all right.
Thank you.
So what goals brought you to the program?
So the goals, I tried to be, I know I learned my English from Chatham Literacy. So, I think I learned the last year, it felt me like, I can speak, when I go to the places, speak with it, with my boss, and the office lady. So, yeah, I like it.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. So what's been the most helpful skill you've learned so far?
The most skills, how the programs work, how to help people, and for me, it's making me like open doors,
That's right.
to my job. When I speak with somebody and outside to my job.
Well, it's so much success that you're here. Mr. O'Mara brought you today. That's so awesome. So, how has the program affected your work and life outside of work? How has it helped you at home?
It's helped me and my family, because when I ask, and I speak with my children, it's make it easy, when they, especially when they had school homework, I help them, how I can teach me, a question, it's making it more easy to communicate.
That's wonderful. Again, strengthening families. We've talked about that today. That's so wonderful, Enrique. And so, last question: what goal are you working towards next? What do you want to do next?
I want to be better at the warrior. That's my goal. I want to keep it learning, I know you guys have beautiful programs, Chatham Literacy, I think it's the best, one of those best programs we have. Chatham,
Awesome. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
That's awesome. Great job. Great job. Thank you both very much for your partnership, Mr. O'Mara, your dedication, your and your success. These stories are absolutely 100% heartwarming, and I love it. Well, folks, this is almost it's almost time. Before we sign off for our last live session here at 7 o'clock, let's give away one more prize. We have a $25 gift card to Haley Bales, and that's going to go to Sean Cortez. At O'Mara's. All right. Woohoo! Again, folks, thank you. Your love, your support, your generosity. It goes far beyond this room. It goes far beyond Chatham County. Again, we are energizing communities, strengthening families. How amazing is that, folks? Our phone number is 919-742-0578. Again, chathamliteracy.org/donate. Run, don't walk to your phone. We are $550 away from our goal and 1 hour to go. We will see you live at 7 o'clock. Until then, thank you very much.